today. It might be a long one. I hope not. Thanks for tuning in. This is Happy Life Stuff. My name is Dee. Let's get straight into this video. This is a very long twin flame video. And it's really long, possibly because it's not going to be like all long in one. I'm definitely breaking it up into like parts because yeah, I know I'm not going to edit all of that. So let's get right in of my twin flame video of how I knew who it was and the whole experience and the whole nine and the long experience that the long journey that I've been on and how I'm still on it and how I will forever be on this very annoying journey. So if you are a twin flame soul, then I'm sure you have had so many moments where you feel like, nah, like this ain't life. Like it's so crazy how it's said that we actually say this is something that we want to do. And it's like now that like me even being on it, I wouldn't wish this for me for the next life. Like, is it that I'm like completely, this is something that I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll definitely get my heart broken 50,000 times over and over again. I'll have other people involved, meaning like karmics and kids and everybody just get hurt back and forth and I'll enjoy that experience. Like, who says that? Like, for someone to say that this is actually something that you decide to do one day. Like, this is a contract that I actually signed up for. How? Who? Anyway, like I said, if you ever looked into it, you're aware that this is something that you decided to do before you reincarnated to this timeline, in this next life that we are having. This is something that we, decided to do because obviously, we have nothing else better to do with our lives. I can go on and on with reasons why I would never, ever wish this on anyone, including myself. But, it is what it is. I can't lie. There are perks to it. But I honestly feel like the perks that there's perks and then anybody can have those perks. The perks are really for everybody. Like, I could just tell you, skip that whole journey and just do what I do when I'm on my spiritual journey and you get the same benefits. Like, why can't I do that? But anyway, I understand that this is a force. So even though, you are on this journey and anybody could reap the benefits of this journey without having to go through the tug of war. But I guess the perks is that you're kind of forced into it. Like, you have no choice. You don't have a choice. Like, even when you say I'm done, you're really not done. You can't say you're done. But someone who's not a twin flame could just say I'm done. In a way. Because I say once you start manifesting your life, it kind of goes in a certain direction and you can't take it back. Like, you can't settle. Once the universe is aware that you're aware of this other lifestyle that you can have and you start to put effort into that lifestyle, there's no turning back because now the universe is out to get you. Just like me, I feel like ever since I learned about manifesting, and of course it was meant for me to learn about it because that's why I found out about the whole thing anyway, because eventually I was gonna be led onto this journey. But once you do that, you're like, no, you're in it. It's like, when people talk about something they used to say, they'll eat your soul. Sold. Like, you sold your soul to the devil, something like that. Yeah, except this one is not the same. It's definitely not the same at all. Okay, let's get straight into exactly how I knew who and all this stuff about me being a twin flame. So first of all, I never knew what twin flames were. I always, when I did find out about twin flames, I never cared about it. But I always thought it was something similar to being a soulmate. And I always thought being a soulmate was better than being a twin flame, which in a way it kind of is. I never heard of it before until I was with my twin flame. But even when I was with him, I never knew about it. I never heard about the twin flame thing. So I can remember, like, I want to go back, I really want to go back to, because I had a dream, and I'm like a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer, and everything kind of goes with my dreams. So I had a dream one day where it's like all of these flashbacks, and I always have dreams of these freaking flashbacks, like the universe is trying to get me to remember something. And I remember seeing sevens. And I remember, like, when I was living with my mom at one point and I was trying to manifest me a house, I started seeing all these sevens. The sevens everywhere, but now I'm talking about my dream. And I remember all these sevens, and then, yeah, that actually happened. I kept seeing freaking sevens everywhere. And I remember being this one night, I was actually with my twin flame, and I saw sevens everywhere. And I'm thinking, like, I'm seeing sevens because of my manifestation is about to come, all the things that I desire. Well, it kind of did. It did. But I was seeing all these sevens, and then that was it. I did wind up moving in with the twin flame, and then I did wind up like manifesting more money around the time. So all these things happened. So whoever would know what the actual sevens was for, right? Okay, now, like a little while ago, I kind of went into, because I was seeing these numbers, sevens, like seeing 3 sevens like back to back is a sign of a twin flame number, along with the 44. And the 44 is actually means something different than the multiple 4s. So when you see multiple 4s in a row, 44, 44, 44, like in a row, you're about to be in union. But when you see just the 44, it's you're about to separate. Like 44 means also that you're separating, but multiple means that you're about to be in union. And then 777 also means that your twin flame is in your presence, or around you or something. So that was cool. And because I've seen so many sevens, I wind up purchasing this 777 necklace, which I've had forever, and it's never broken. And I love it. I love the fact that I've been wearing it for so long, and I've had so many. This was the first one I ever bought. It's the first one I bought because I was seeing 77 was like the first numbers that I was seeing. So I said, let me just get a 777 necklace. But I also had 1111 and 111. I had a couple of them, and they all broke. The sevens just always stuck, and like I said, it was my first one, so I love it, and I just couldn't imagine losing it, and not wearing it also. Anyway, so that was one thing. I was seeing all of these sevens, and I remembered it because there was this one that I actually went to my meditation, and I just wanted to know. Last time I was in separation, I just experienced all of the stuff that all twin flames experience at some point, that deep spiritual awakening, the intrusive thoughts. If you guys have ever heard of that song Saturn by SZA, yeah, that's what it was. I experienced all of these different things, like these thoughts and everything. The thoughts, the whole kundalini, the situation with my back, I'm currently seeing 44 right now. So yeah, just seeing a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of whatever. I experienced a lot. Let me just say that. And And then when I kind of looked into it, because I couldn't understand, like I was even telling him before, like, I've always been in these separations with him where it was just like whatever, you know, for me, because I kind of mastered breakups with previous people, because I've broken up time and time again with people. And now I kind of feel like, yeah, I see why, because for me, I feel like I've always was supposed to be protected, and I'm not supposed to really go into these deep emotions of like crying and this and that, and possibly some people is, but me, I just don't feel like that I'm meant for that, because like certain people have people to kind of lean on. I don't, and I feel like because I don't really have that, it's just not meant for me to be in these deep emotional feelings of heartbreak. So I never really experienced, besides when I was like 14. When I was like 14, I experienced like this extreme heartbreak. But ever since then, like, I've never experienced anything like that, you know. And that's because of my prayers. I prayed all the time. I prayed every night that I would not fall that deep anymore. So I kind of manifested that for myself. And it's the worst thing to manifest. I would not recommend even anybody manifesting something like that, because it's a terrible thing to manifest. So I didn't experience those separations that bad. But then this one time, it was just worse than ever. Like, I experienced it. It was followed by all of these other things going on. Being like the first time, I had no choice but to like meditate more and ask God for help and signs, and just wondering like, what is going on with me? Like, this cannot be happening. I'm not really used to it. I'm very strong. I'm very strong-willed. I do go through emotions. I do go through heartbreak, but I come out of shit strong, for real. Like, this was just different. And so it put me on this different type of journey to like this type of self-love and doing things differently for myself and all this other stuff. And anybody that's a twin flame is aware of that moment. So of having that moment of having all these different things happening to you. So I don't really want to go into all that, but so that was the first time. And then I was forced to even meditate at some point, because it's like, imagine thinking that you're going through something and it's because of some twin flame, and then you're not even a twin flame with that person. Imagine that. So when I stumble upon some videos, which the crazy thing is that I never ever watched twin flame videos, like ever. I've never heard of them. Well, I've heard of twin flames actually at some point, but I never cared about it. Like, I never cared. I'd more soulmates, yes, but I never cared about twin flames. If I was a twin flame, what was a twin flame? I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. I don't care. Until this one day where I kept stumbling, and there was like these key words in the videos, and I don't remember what it was, but there was these key words in the videos that actually brought my attention to it to make me want to watch it. And then I started saving it, and I said, I'm going to watch it later. And then I wouldn't, because like I said, I didn't care that much. But I felt like with everything I was going through, I have no choice but to watch these videos. At that time, I would wonder what's going on with me. I swear my mind was like, go to the video. So at some point, I went to the video and I said, what? And when I heard, I'm like, what? Same soul, what? So, and I started researching more and more, because now I'm like, what the? And it's like hearing people say they are experiencing the same things that I'm experiencing is what I really was like, yeah. And then like even all of the separations, and I had been separated like multiple times, such a great experience, self-love and then self-care, and then going deeper into your purpose and looking up your purpose and all this stuff that I would do after every separation, because that, I don't know, it just felt like that was what I was supposed to be doing. Like, I don't know. And I guess with me being spiritual already, it was like, what else is there to do? You know what? But anyway, like going back now, if I'm going back, I remember I didn't have that. I don't remember having that feeling of, oh, I know you, you meet and I know you. But I remember having this moment of looking at him and thinking like, have I seen him before? Kind of just went in one, like into one ear, like, or one part of my mind, and kind of left out, because I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to piece up something that's not even like, no, I never seen him before. But that was the feeling that I had a quick feeling like that. It was quick, like, have I seen him before? But then I just left it alone. And I kind of just went online and I found a bunch of things, and I said, let me just put it together and I'll just go by what I experienced. Okay. So, the enjoying each other's company. Yeah, I do. There's nothing else to say. Everybody who enjoys somebody's company, you already know what that means. Putting together certain things, like the person is you, like they reflect you. And I had to realize that when people say reflect you, it doesn't always mean that you do music, I do music. You may do music, he do music. I love music. I actually used to always want to do music, and then I'm like, well, I can't sing, so I'm not gonna do music. But I really love music. Music was always like something that's so healing to me, and so just made me feel so good, and all these things as a kid. I listened to music a lot. Like music got me through everything. And when I was just younger, always did that. You share values on an energetic level. Like, it's not, and when I say like values, there are like, you value communication. Just because you don't have great communication, but you can still value communication. Now, I had great communication skills. I feel like he had great communication skills, but communication skills could be, I have great communication skills, you don't, but you are getting there. Like, it's something that you also value. Like, you value talking to me, and even if it doesn't go 100% great, you still want that for yourself. So you still value it. And it's like on yours, it's like more on an energetic level, while mine is more of a physical level. Now, this is one of the main things that made me know that this is my twin flame. I went into a deep meditation where that meditation was like possibly 45 minutes or more, but I know it was no less than 45 minutes. I went into there, I meditated, I asked God, what is going on? If this is my meditation, if this is my twin flame, I went to sleep that night, started having these dreams, like, and it was like, I can't say it was the past life, because I don't remember. I don't even know what I did in the past life, but it felt like past life. It felt like there was a past life. I started having these like extreme dreams, like of, as if like it's not even a dream, as if things are happening in that moment. Like, it's not a dream. It didn't feel like a dream. It felt like this is actually what's happening in this moment, in this time. It was some 5D shit, you know? And then I started remembering like the dreams that I had before, and like how I knew about, I just knew too much. I knew too much. I could feel too much. And then I said, I wanted, usually when I want to know something, I like ask for this random shit to happen that would never happen in real life. If this is my twin flame, let me eat a fruit today that I've never had before. And then I wind up eating some like, I think it was star fruit or something. I don't remember. And then I had that. Somebody actually brought it to work, and I had it. And then I said, you know, knowing me, I need to do something else. Nope, That was like, I need to see something else. And I had to learn to stop doing that, but I still wanted to see something else. I want to go all day without eating and not feel hungry. If this is my twin flame, I want to go all day without eating and I don't want to feel hungry, because that's not normal for me. And then I did it. And then I said, nope. I started seeing like these like number patterns, and at some point I just kind of forgot about it. And then I started looking into more videos and just seeing like, okay, I see people are going through the same shit as me. This is just what it is, and I just need to accept it and figure this shit out. Like, what does this mean? At some point I said, maybe this is a false twin flame. I would love for it to be a false twin flame. That way I could find my real twin flame, and we could not go through as much as, like, if it's just meant for me to have a freaking twin flame. I don't want that to be my twin flame. And the only reason is because we were in separation, and I just didn't want to be separated from somebody that I'm destined to be with. So I started, you know, just looking into false twin flames, and nothing pointed to him. And I'm like, ugh. As a matter of fact, it got even deeper and more assuring that this is my twin flame, and I just got to deal with it. And this is something I'm going through, and just, it is what it is. So I definitely had that feeling, and I was going through my awakening, and an awakening became just this amazing experience. Although, you know, I hadn't finished it, and in my mind I had plans on what I was going to do as far as a relationship, but it just wasn't going how I wanted to. And then I was dating other people, and even though I was dating other people, like, my heart was not into it. And I could say my heart wasn't into it for two reasons. Maybe, possibly, I felt like being with my twin flame. I don't know. I don't feel like that, but I felt like no, you, like, this is, I already had my mindset on the type of person that I wanted to be with, and it wasn't like it was either one of them. There was nobody that I was meeting that actually had, that gave me that feeling that I wanted to be with them. Nobody. I've never met that person. Still to this day, still haven't met that person, because what I want is, like, things to be more smoother. Like, we all want to be with our twin flame, right? And that's what it feels like. We all feel like this is the person we're destined to be with, and blah blah blah. But do we really I would not want to be with a back and forth relationship like that. I feel like, how could you I would feel like too much damage is done, but then again, when you're twin flames, there's no damage that could be done. Ever. Like, you never feel like damage is done. Because once you get back together, you just, as if nothing ever happened, you know? It feels like, yeah, well, this is the journey. You know, the journey that we all said we wanted, and the reason why it's so easy to be this put together and still just go on this journey is because it's just destined to happen, you know? All right, so fast forward, the main things, once they said that you're one, and I came into the reality that I could feel like someone else was my one person. I could feel it. This feeling was like I have a twin brother out there. And I don't know if I posted this video, but I have a video that's either coming out or is posted already that talked about me wanting to be a twin as a kid. And now I'm a twin. But I always wanted a twin, whether it was, I don't really know if it was a sister or brother, but I always wanted a twin. It felt like this one night, it felt like I could feel it. Like, oh my God, I have a twin brother. And yeah, it's like a romantic relationship, but it didn't even feel like that. I felt like I have a twin brother and I want to be around. that's one. There are certain things that I've done, and these are not negative things, and it's not manifesting the person. The person was around me. The twin was around me when I did it. But I literally have done things that I will probably never admit that I've done. But I'll say something. I said, this is my twin flame. I should be able to get this person to say whatever I want him to say. And it was really me playing around. And if you're a twin flame, don't use this for bad, but if it's just something fun. And I never even spoke about it because I kind of feel like it wasn't for him. It was for me. But I literally was around him. And because I said, if we're twin flames, I should be able to get him to say certain things. Guys, I've done some stuff. Like, I've done some stuff that is just like, yes. I tried to do it to other people just because, but I can't connect with them in that way. But I literally could connect with my twin flame as if we're the same person. And I can literally transfer words to him. And then he just repeats it. And I would never, it's like I said, I never want to talk about it because it sounds crazy. But it's definitely something I can do. That I think twin flames all can do. Either that or I'm just like some crazy type person that, I got some crazy powers, and I doubt it. Because like I said, I've done it before to other people and I can't get them. Once I've seen me be able to do that with him, I tried to do it to somebody else and I can't. So anyway, this is part 1 of this video. Thanks for tuning in. Come back for part 2, and I will be getting into more of the things that I've also experienced along with all of the twin flame signs. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time in the next twin flame video. Until next time, guys, as always, happy manifesting. Bye.